If you run an accounting or tax firm and want to start getting consistent leads through your website, you are in the right place. Most firms have professional looking sites. It lists your services, introduces your team, and has a contact page. But let me ask you a hard question. Does your website actually generate predictable, high quality leads every week? Or is it just a digital business card that you hope people find after a referral? Most firms are stuck in this trap. You struggle with a website that looks good but doesn't convert. You rely mostly or entirely on referrals, meaning you have no control over your growth. And when you do try marketing, you try like your SEO, you try your social media, it feels fragmented and hard to measure. That is the old way. It's what we call disconnected marketing. But today, I'm going to show you the growth infrastructure method. This is the exact system we use in the Alpha Light Authority and Lead Generation program to turn quiet firms into marketing or market authorities. I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like using a real website we built so that you can see the difference. But before we get to that website, we have to look at the strategy. And that is step one of this program. We need to look at the authority positioning because most firms, they list services, tax, accounting, advisory, but that is a commodity. To get high quality leads, you need ideal clients and offer alignment. You need to be able to say, we help this specific client achieve this specific outcome without this specific pain. Or just, we help this specific client achieve this specific outcome. Let me give you an example. We help growing small businesses reduce tax surprises and understand their numbers without the monthly panic. This is how you separate yourself from the generalists. Now, let's look at how that strategy translates into a conversion website. So, this is the site that we built for a client of ours. At first, we needed to sit down with them and figure out who that ideal client was and how can we align our strategy to speak to that specific client. We also needed to find out what is the service that they offer that they see the most profit in and that they want to work most with. And we came to understand that they wanted to work in tax. They wanted to do more tax jobs than they did accounting or bookkeeping. So we decided that's what we're going to go for. And then we had to figure out who are these ideal clients. Ideally, you want between one or three that you want to speak to directly. And they told us they want to speak to businesses, expatriates, and wealthy families. So that's how we came up with this hero page. Now, when someone comes onto your site, they need to be able to know exactly what you're offering within the first 3 seconds. Otherwise, they'll click away. When you come onto the site right now, you know that we are offering tax advisory and accounting. And you also understand who we are offering it to: small and large businesses, expatriates, and wealthy families. We help them sustain their growth. And then what is very important that most sites are missing is there are no call to actions. And call to actions do need to be specific. You need to tell the customer what is going to happen when they click this button. So we have a scheduled consultation and explore our services. Now, let's see what else we have here. We went and built a section of our page that targets each and every one of our ideal clients. Why did we do that? Because when a visitor steps onto the page, they need to identify themselves in order to make a move. They do not want to ask themselves, is this the right fit for me? Is this firm able to help me with what I'm looking for? So when a visitor comes onto the site, they are able to see, oh, I'm a business person. That is where I need to go. I'm an expatriate. That's where I need to go. I'm a high net worth family. That's where I need to go. And when they do click on where they need to go, they are getting information specifically for them. Again, call to action is very important. Now they are on a page that speaks specifically to their needs, specifically to their problems. They understand what we're going to do for them, how it works. And again, call to action is very important. We tell them you can book a call with us. Did you understand what we are offering? And this is the secret to a conversion website. It does not leave a visitor to roam on their own. It guides them through a process so that they can get to a specific destination that you need them to get to in order for them to make a decision. If we look back at the site, the question is, what is it that we want our visitor to do once they land on the site? We want them to book a consultation. We want them to identify themselves. What is it that we are offering that they need? And then we want them to take action. So when they do go in and the high net worth individual goes in, he sees, okay, cool. So they work with healthy families, wealthy families. They work with business owners, investors. And here's what they do. They create administrative trusts. They develop estates. They advise and structure investments. We tell them how it works. And then the next question is, are you ready to get started? We are guiding them along the way. And then they are able to come to the page where they can contact us so that we can start working with them. And this is another important part of the website, the contact page. You want high quality leads. So you cannot just have anybody sending you anything. And then you be following up after this lead and realizing, oh no, this is not the person that I was trying to get. So on the contact page, we go straight out and we tell them, look, we do not take everybody. We have a limited of number of people that we can work with. You are a good fit if you are this, or that. You're not a good fit if you're fee driven, if you're unwilling to collaborate, if you want a price before we have even spoken about what you need. This filters out time wasters. We want to know things, important things like, are you a decision maker? Do you have an internal accounting team? These things help you filter out, is this a serious person? Is this not a serious person? And it helps you drive your business forward. That is how your website should look. And your website should be working as hard as you in converting the visitors that come there. Your website needs to be treated as a salesperson, and it needs to be designed that way. If you design your website in this way, you will be able to close more people. There will be less people leaving your website without doing an action. Now, once your website is built to convert, you need to fuel it. That means you need to send it traffic. You need people to start coming to that website so that they can convert. This brings us to the SEO and the content authority engine. We don't just blog for the sake of it. We do buyer intent research. We identify exactly what your ideal client is and what they are searching for. We build authority articles and long form videos that answer those questions. But what if they aren't ready to book yet? This is where most firms lose money. You need a lead magnet and email nurture system. We create high value downloadable resources like tax checklists or or pricing guides or how to pay less tax legally. These capture emails that we can then nurture. We use automated email follow-ups to nurture them, to build trust so that they get ready to buy. Now, here is the reality. You can have a professional website that gets zero results, or you can have a growth infrastructure that positions you as the authority, captures leads on autopilot, and scales with you. This is exactly what we build in the Alpha Light Authority and Lead Generation Program. It's a 12-month done for you system where we handle the strategy, the build, the content, and the optimization. If you want a website that works as hard as you do, The next step is to book a strategy call. We will assess your current setup, confirm if you're ready for the next level of growth, and show you what this roadmap looks like for your firm. And don't worry, if you're not the right fit for us, we will still give you a guide that can help you do it yourself for your firm. So you will not leave empty handed. Click the link in the description and we will build your authority.